Boom. Blue UK jazz dance. I identified to people I'm dyslexic, and I only found out in 2005. I lived for 40 years with undiagnosed dyslexia, symptoms and triggers, and every day was a living hell. I didn't achieve in academic study till very, very late, and I was lucky I had private lessons. And many people come to me and say, you're lucky you had private lessons, that's what's made you intelligent. Well, it wasn't really what made me intelligent, it was what helped me to survive, because I had 3R difficulties, people. So part of my legacy was I had severe challenges as a learner from the beginning. 3R difficulties: reading, writing and arithmetic. I had speech impediment. I had low self-esteem. I had self-consciousness. I had social development challenges. So I had to I had to come fast track, and I put here, boom, I had to fast track my learning, my organizing of myself, remembering names, spelling, reading, planning ideas, and writing, proofreading. I had to fast track that, people, because I was well behind. Yeah, I had difficulties at school. I was bullied severely, tortured. I had general bullying, which was violent. I had racial violent bullying, which was violent. Yeah, and that impeded my progress. I had to be sent away to the Caribbean for rehabilitation. That's what happened. When I came back, my mum and father they hired a gentleman called Sir Roy Blackman, a very, very important gentleman, who not only he was doing counselling with me, he did rehabilitation counselling. I had so many things that could happen to a person who lived in the slums, was ashamed of who he was ashamed of his image. I was ashamed I had dark skin, I had small ears, I had flat feet. Every aspect of me, socially, physically, intellectually, culturally, emotionally, spiritually, I hated. And I hated, the most important fact I hated, that I'd be dumb for the rest of my life, because the school had made me feel that I was dumb. And people around me made me feel dumb. Not in my home, because in my home I got a lot of love, I got a lot of patience. And my parents come from special education needs background. So they gave me a lot of love, and they did their best to coach me in their learning, how they learned, yeah. But when I went to school, that was it. I was just a lamb to the slaughter. 6 to 8, I got hammered. Straight away, IQ tested. They wrote me off in the school as a person probably never able to do the 11 plus. Do you know what that is like? When they tell your parents, we don't think your child will be able to do the 11 plus, that happens in schools. So my legacy was, I used dance to overcome, to cope and manage dyslexia symptoms and triggers, which were major. Dance was my dyslexia support mechanism. Let me repeat that again. Dancing, freestyle dancing, particularly to UK jazz dance, which asks you to find your personality, your character, was my dyslexic support. Has everybody got that? Through dancing, I developed a capacity to organize myself better. Through dancing, ironically, because I loved it so much, I remembered names and numbers. Through dancing, I just pushed myself to be able to spell better, read better. Through dancing, I came to plan my ideas and writing because I had an interest in wanting to write. Through dancing, I learnt to proofread, because I started to read a lot of documents about jazz. Has everybody got that? Boom. Yeah? So part of my legacy is part of my legacy, people, I used dance, leadership, to develop the skills to do presentations. You can't see it there. Boom. To develop the skills to create my own programs. That's my own program. This is me speaking, you can't see it. This is me talking. This is me drumming. I created my own program, my own self, which is going to be called Word for the Call. Has everybody got that? Right. So that's the whole idea why I went to university, was partly to do integrated research. I built on my skills as an arts administrator, hands-on. I was a prolific arts administrator for Cantamanto. A prolific, outstanding administrator. And that reason was because of my dance. Because originally, before 84, I was a leading partner with my brother, and we ran a group called Body Function. That was the most exceptional, outstanding dance group in Manchester, because we promoted ourselves in everything and we promoted others. We created platforms for ourselves and we created platform for others. When black culture was not having opportunity for fashion, we created platform shows in the dance hall. We created platform shows for all dance styles coming up. That was UK jazz dance and hip hop. We created a platform in the community for intergenerational communities to see it, so it to get praised. Yeah, we created opportunities for models, black models, to get an opportunity to be in a catwalk with established clothes, because we got clothes from the town centre, because me and my brother were recognised for our fashion. So fashion, you know, is a big thing. So when we went to town, we were very socialised in a wide range of communities, but particularly in white communities, because we went to white schools, me and my brother, as well as being involved in cultural projects. So we knew how to be chameleons in different environments. So we knew how to communicate. We didn't have fear, because in Young Christian Workers we dealt with in white environments, Asian environments, different cultural, different religious groups, backgrounds. Has everybody got that? So my legacy, I used dance, people, different types of dancing, as my dyslexia support. What happened was the dance gave me confidence to believe I could organize myself. What happened, just naturally, I started to remember people's names and numbers. I started to improve my spelling and reading, planning my ideas. When writing, it just came to me, proofreading. So my confidence raised. And the point I'm going to make is confidence. When you raise your confidence, what happens is you realize that you have the skills to beat or cope learning challenges. Confidence is seen as the number one activity. It doesn't matter if you're clever or not. If you're confident in yourself, your emotional intelligence in yourself, you can successfully learn. Because the challenges for a person with dyslexia is their lack of confidence, their low self-esteem. I had all them things, but through dance started to bring me out. You couldn't be in the art form. I was involved in dance and I was in crews. You had to build your confidence, because you're going to go and compete, and you liked it. And because I was in sports, also sports brought me out to be self-expressive and creative, and it brought me to be involved in leadership opportunities. So in dance I taught people, and I taught a lot of people with dyslexia, because I knew what they were experiencing, because I've been in the low ebb of what dyslexia can do to people. As if people got that. Anyway, Blue UK Jazz Dance, I'm identifying that dance was my dyslexia support. For 40 years I didn't have no support. I just created different ideas. I just created different things. Yeah? How could I cope? I just thought of a new solution, which is what dancers do. Yeah? I just developed a competitive edge like I did in dance. When you go into a dance club, you have to develop a competitive edge. You're going to compete against some competitors. You're going up and down the country. You're in competitions. In 2000, in 96, I came second in the second National Jazz Dance Championship in the UK. I came second. And what it is, I just covered from rehab, because I've been knifed in 93. People didn't know about this. This is what I'm identified to individuals having flashbacks. I was knifed in a club. Yeah, and it ended up me running through the streets of London, boom, 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 and being caught by some people. And then what happened, I was lucky, some guys came across and helped me to get away. Serious shit went down. Yeah, as people got that. Boom. In 96, I returned back to dancing. Boom. And decided I'm going to give my life to UK jazz dancing, but I'm going to talk about the legacy. What did it give me as a leader? What did it give me educationally? Yeah? How did it make me feel good? Why did it make me feel good? Yeah? Why did it give me aspirations? Because dancing gave me aspirations. It gave me creative thinking skills in dance and outside dance, which I used to develop projects myself. So this, all what you see is my poster. I've designed it. Yeah, and it's all about dyslexia support. So a number of things. The dancing was my dyslexia support. Also, this flyer I'm doing is identifying that as a dyslexic, if you build your confidence, you will start to organize yourself. You'll start to remember names and numbers. You'll start to spell and read, because it's in confidence. Because a dyslexic person suffers from low self-esteem. When you got self-esteem, you're self-conscious 24/7. I was self-conscious, people, in everything I did, socially, physically, intellectually, culture. I kept worrying, and that's what you find with some individuals. So what do you think? It causes stress. So you can't remember nothing, can you? You can't organize yourself, yeah? So anyway, Blue UK Jazz Dance, just share with people. Dancing gave me confidence. It was my dyslexia support for 40 years. It enabled me to overcome the ability to not be able to organize myself, the inability to remember names and numbers, spelling, reading, planning my ideas when writing, and proofreading. What I realized when I was calm in myself, when I accepted myself, I started to learn, because all I realized, look, I've got a problem, I've got challenges with learning, I have to give it more time. So I started to organize. It says organize myself. Yeah, that's what I did. I started to organize my learning and realize, you know what, guys, I can't be up and down. I have to give more time to this learning, have breaks, boom, boom, boom. Anyway, Blue UK Jazz Dance, take it easy.